Are you planning to work from home post coronavirus? Welcome to TechFirst with John Koetsier. Well, 59% of us who are currently working at home due to COVID 19 are just fine with that arrangement. Thank you very much. And we plan to continue it for as long as possible. Interestingly, 62% of men are more likely to want to stay working from home, while only 57% of women say the same thing. Perhaps a bigger problem, 73% of us say that we have no idea how our companies are planning to return to the office. So, this data is from Fluent, which runs regular polls on its web properties. And the company says that over 150,000 people typically take their polls on an average day. The best parts of working from home, according to respondents, are unlikely to make companies terribly happy. However, increased productivity, which I personally find to be the best thing about working from my home office right here, is not the top one that people claim. It only ranks fifth, in fact. The first one is time with family. 34% of people said time with family was the top reason. And I get that because, of course, the second one is no commute. 29% said that. And I mean, when I commuted into downtown Vancouver, I could spend an hour easily, maybe an hour and a half sometimes, both ways. And that's 2 to 4 hours gone every single day. So, yeah, that sucks. Flexible schedule was a third thing that people listed at 17%. Saving money, 11% said that. Hey, less gas, not buying new tires, fewer repairs in the car. Maybe you don't need two cars as a family anymore. Different things like that. Lots of possibility for saving money there. 5%, it's number five, and only 5% said they were more productive in their home office. So maybe some challenges there, maybe some growing pains. Who knows? People don't have the right technology. I'm not entirely sure. And less office politics, 4% said that, and that was in the sixth place. What we did here, Gen Z is the most thankful for extra time at home with family, citing this as the greatest benefit of work from home, says Fluent. Appreciation for time spent with family decreases among older Americans. Maybe they don't have their kids at home, who knows? With a nearly 50% drop from Gen Z to baby boomers. Baby boomers and Gen Xers are the most appreciative of the flexibility that comes along with working from home. Perhaps that's why, as I reported several weeks ago, 44%, almost half of us would even take a pay cut, a 10% pay cut to work from home forever. But some aren't super happy working from home. The worst parts of working from home, according to the survey, number one, 29% of people said more distractions. Uh, those of us who have worked from home for quite some time and have their own office probably don't see that quite as much. I certainly don't. I certainly had it when I worked from home and didn't have my own office, though. So maybe that's something that can be solved over time. I'm not sure. Number two, 25% of people said less social interaction. And yeah, if you work from home, you got to build it in. I mean, I used to go to the gym every lunchtime, so I had some social interaction with people I knew there. Also, my family, some social interaction. You got to build that in. It's really tough right now with obviously COVID 19. Work life balance, 18%. That comes at number three of the worst things about working from home. I totally get that. I can spend a lot of time working. My Saturdays can look not too different than many of my other days of the week, but I think eventually you learn to find some balance and some balance between, hey, you know what? I got to get stuff done. I need some relationship things done. I need work done, and it kind of streams together. There's some upside to that. There's some downside to that. Poor home office, 10% of people said they had a poor home office. I can understand that as well, especially small apartments, condos, that sort of thing. And 10% as well said that they were less productive in their home office. Another 8% said they found it hard to communicate with others. So some challenges maybe with technology, and just also face to face is a richer medium. There's no doubt about it, right? Clearly, many of us lack proper workspaces at home and perhaps an adequate degree of privacy and space. Some may also lack the tools and possibly internet connection speed that they need to work well at home. Perhaps that's why, for instance, Google provided a $1,000 reimbursement for employees who needed to set up a functioning home office. Plenty of tech companies such as Facebook, Google, Twitter have enabled work at home policies. In fact, they've even moved to normalize those from working from home post coronavirus. But fewer are following Google's lead and funding those home office expenses, which I think is a rational and good thing to do. Whether Google employees need that extra $1,000, they're pretty well paid anyways, is another question. Interestingly, the older we are, the more likely we are to want to work from home. Gen X and baby boomers are most likely to continue working remotely after their offices reopen, Fluent said about study results. Compared to all other generations, Gen Z is most likely to return to the office, even if given the option to continue working from home after coronavirus. So, super interesting. It's all in my latest Forbes story at my Forbes column. Thank you and have a great day.